So we're here with you till 12 o'clock, and we hope you enjoy the show, and hopefully you'll learn a little bit more about the work we do, but also we hope you'll interact with us and be entering the competition that we have for you as well. So grab yourselves a pen or pop it in your phone. These are the numbers that you'll need for today. So if you'd like to call us, then it's 0116 4822 086. Or if you want to text or WhatsApp, then 077 488 55055. You can also listen in and watch us on Facebook. So please do join us if you would like to. And if not, then you can call into the studio. But we're with you for the next sort of 50 minutes, and we will be having the prize draw today as well for the competition. So if you haven't been listening into the other shows, I'll tell you a little bit more about that shortly, about how you can enter. So our topic for today is health and well-being, and we're going to learn about how we're staying healthy in Ramadan. I'll talk a little bit about my journey myself this month and how it's been, and just taking small steps of how we can take those sort of small steps to healthier lifestyle. And how we can make changes. And it's not about drastic changes and big changes all of a sudden, because that can be quite difficult and our bodies can really feel it, and it may take us back into some of our other habits that we're trying to change. So the best thing to do is small steps more regularly. So we'll talk a little bit about that. But I'd like to welcome Mez. So good morning, Mez.
Morning, Rukhsana.
How are you today?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you very much for joining us. You're going to talk to us a little bit about your role. So tell us, what do you do at Leicester City in the community?
So my role currently is the Health and Wellbeing Coordinator. So that means I oversee all health interventions that we deliver within the community programme.
Okay, brilliant. So all things health and wellbeing.
That's right, yeah.
Okay, and health and well-being is so important, and I know the listeners out there, you'll understand when I say this, that we really need to be looking after our mental health and our physical health. And sometimes when we look at health, people think it's only about what we eat, or it's only about physical exercise, but actually it's more than that. So we'll talk a little bit about that today, and some of the projects that we have at Leicester City that can help you with your health and well-being. So coming back to you, just tell me a little bit about your projects that you're running currently at Leicester City.
We've got a whole host of different projects for both physical and mental well-being. So just a handful of them are the weight loss football league that we run. We run walking football sessions on a weekly basis. We have our Mind Coffee morning in partnership with the local Mind.
Mm-hmm.
We have our goal difference sessions, which again is a mental well-being session. We work on projects within prisons, which we'll touch upon later as well.
Mm-hmm.
We have our Healthy Goals project, which is still running as well.
Brilliant. So it sounds like there's lots there that people can get involved in. I know that some of our programs are sort of over a few weeks, so it can be 8 weeks, 12-week programs where you join and you stay with the same group for a few weeks. But also we have like the drop-in coffee morning, the Mind Coffee morning that you just mentioned. And yeah, that's really good, because what that helps with is you can sort of drop in, come in, if you feel up to it, great. And if you think, actually, this week I'm busy, or actually I can't make it this week, it's not a problem. You can just come the following week, can't you? So that's really good to have that availability for people.
Yeah, definitely. Just having that flexibility for those, especially with the drop-in sessions, they can come and go as they please. They don't need to stay for the whole session. They can come for 20 minutes, half an hour, or they can stay for the whole duration. And like you said as well, we've got some of our more targeted health interventions, which can be for 10, 12-week cohorts where you are with the same group. So you've got that option of whichever one suits you best.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about some of the other projects that you've mentioned. Just before we do, I just want to let people know about the competition, because you've got only about 30 minutes because we've only got 40 minutes left of the show. You've got 30 minutes to get yourselves entered into this competition. So the prize is vouchers for Leicester City in the community fan store. So you'll get to go to Leicester City Football Club, and we have the fan store shop, and you can buy something in the shop with these vouchers. So we've got the vouchers with us today, so they can be collected from the studio at the end of the show if you're a winner, or you can ring in the studio and let us know and leave your phone number, and we'll contact you and arrange for you to collect them. But how do you actually enter? So we'd like you to get onto the Facebook page for Leicester City in the community. We'd like you to tag Ramadan FM into the post. That's today's post for this show. And we'd also like you to follow both pages, which is Leicester City _community and Ramadan FM. And once you've done that, then please do share. Don't forget to comment win in the comments. So on that post, please do comment win. So we're hopefully going to get a few more people. We've got the box here ready with the names in of those who have already entered, but we'd like to add a few more before the end of the show. So please do enter. So remember, it's the Facebook page. Find our post for today's show and comment win. But remember to tag Ramadan FM in as well. And don't forget to share with friends and family. I've got the vouchers, like I said, here in the store, so I look forward to presenting them. I've also got some vouchers for some local businesses who have been very kind and donated these to Ramadan FM. So anybody who calls in, who WhatsApps in or texts, will be able to win one of these vouchers. So we've got Café La Blanche. They've given us the vouchers for some free hot drinks, free breakfasts, and we've also got free drink vouchers for Papa Fritz as well. So if you ring in or text in or WhatsApp, then you can come and collect your voucher at the end of the show or sometime today. So coming back to you, Mez, you've talked a little bit about these programs that you do. Will you tell us a little bit more about the Goal Difference program, what that is and how many weeks that runs for?
Yeah, so the Goal Difference program is a 10-week block. So it's a 10-week session that we have at the stadium, in one of the boxes overlooking the pitch, which is a good pull for, especially if you're a Leicester City fan. We focus on different areas around our mental health and well-being, and use footballing analogies in order to try and target some strategies to help maintain and improve our mental health.
And are you running this program at the moment? Is there a group running at the moment, or are you looking to start a new group?
We will be looking to start a new group soon. So if you have a look on our socials, we will be posting out when we're starting a new session.
Brilliant. Yeah. So just remember, some of these programs, they run for 10 weeks and then we have a break and then we come back to them. And it's nice to get a good cohort together once we get them started. So yeah, if you're interested, you can always keep an eye on the socials. There are other programs as well that you can get involved in, but social media will always put things out there that are happening currently, and also things that are upcoming. So yeah, don't miss out on any of those. So just to say, remember you can text in, and you can call us as well. So the studio line is 0116 4822 086. And if you want to text or WhatsApp us, then it's 0774 8855 055. So remember, Mez is the Health and Wellbeing Coordinator at Leicester City in the community. Don't give him any really difficult questions, but if you have got some questions, then do please text in or call us, and we'd be happy to try and answer them to the best of our ability. So we haven't got the answers for everything, but I think between me and Mez, we've probably got answers to most things, so we're going to try our best. But yeah, please do stay tuned in, and we're going to talk a little bit more about these programs. And remember, the competition I mentioned as well is get onto the Facebook page for Leicester City in the community, then do tag Ramadan FM, and don't forget to comment win for your chance to win today's prize, which is vouchers for the fan store at Leicester City Football Club. And we'll be announcing the winner at the end of the show. So you've only got about 25 minutes to wait to find out if you won. So yeah, very exciting. And it is our last show, unfortunately, today. So that's very sad. But hopefully Ramadan FM will continue to broadcast after Ramadan as well. So make sure you stay tuned in. There'll be plenty of shows that you can get involved in. And hopefully we will be back as well after Ramadan. But it is our last show for Ramadan this month before Eid. Coming back to you, Mez, can you tell us a little bit, you do some work in prison as well. Can you tell us a little bit about the work that you do and the project and the purpose of that?
Yeah, so we currently work in HMP Fossway, which is the old Glenparva prison. We deliver a football leadership course there. So it's split into two different courses. We deliver a football coaching course and a football refereeing course. The idea of that is to give inmates skills, qualities, attributes that they can work on and develop, that they can then use once they are released from prison.
Oh, that sounds really good. I'll come back to you on that because we've got a call. Assalamu alaikum. Hello.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. I recognize that voice. How are you? You okay?
I'm good, thanks.
I know that.
I am very excited to hear your voice.
Are you very excited to hear? Well, that's good because there's not everybody gets that excited. So I appreciate that, Shaz. Thank you very much for that. I see that this morning you also commented on our Facebook page and you shared and tagged Ramadan FM in as well. So thank you for that. I have popped your name in the prize draw box as well. Have you told your friends that they need to enter as well?
I've told my friends and I put it on social media as well.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah, so keep sharing on social media and get your friends as well to enter in because it's the last chance today to enter in and they've only got about 20 minutes to do that.
And I wanted to give you a message for all of you.
Okay.
You lot work really hard in the community and you help a lot of people with the community and help mental health and everything. And it is very helpful. And not everyone that has a chance to go out and said, you know what, let me do this because they get scared due to the community, like families and stuff, like who's going to talk and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But the work you lot are doing is building more confidence in women for them to start doing things. And we really, truly appreciate everything you do.
Oh, thank you very much. So that was a very kind message from you, Shaz, to all the team at Leicester City and the community. And absolutely, everybody tries their best. And as we were saying earlier with Mares, we have so many projects that people can get involved in. And yes, it can be really, really difficult when you've spent so much time at home to get yourself out and to actually get involved in something. So well done to everybody that does get up in the morning and actually decide, you know what, I'm going to go out and I'm going to do it today, even when it feels really difficult. So thank you for that reminder and thank you for letting listeners know that absolutely it's not always easy, but we need to just keep doing it for ourselves to help us with our mental health. So thank you.
I try my best to come up. I can't due to my twins.
Okay.
But one day when they start growing, I will definitely join the team.
Yes, definitely. Once we get them into nursery, Shaz, we expect you at Active Women at every session. So yeah, we're happy to wait until then. But absolutely. But on Friday, we've got the Rounders tournament at Spinney Hill Park. So if you are free, you're very welcome to bring them in the pushchair and watch from, you know, the sidelines. It'll be nice to have you there to support the other women that will be playing. So yeah, if you can, then join us on Friday.
I will do. Thank you so much for everything. We truly appreciate all of you and all your hard work.
Thank you so much. I will definitely be passing that back to the team. Thank you for your call, Shaz, and keep listening because we're going to announce the winner in about 20 minutes.
That's it. Thank you so much.
Take care. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Bye. Welcome, salam.
It's always lovely, isn't it, when somebody takes the effort to call in and really tell us about the impact that some of the programs do make. What do you think, Mez?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, calls like that are just really nice because, you know, we're putting in the work and trying to make that difference. And when you do get a call like that to appreciate the time and effort we put in, it does, it's really, really good feeling.
Yeah, I think what I really liked about what Shaz just said, and I know that she rang on the last show as well, is that she said even though she can't make the program, she still feels like she's part of it and she still like is connected with us, whether it's social media or just keeping an eye on what we're doing. And she really appreciates that. And I think that kind of sense of belonging that we want to really be able to offer everybody in Leicester and wider is something that we really try and promote all the time. And from the call, it sounds like it's happening.
Yeah, definitely. I think you hit the nail on the head. There is something for everyone, regardless whether you can make it 1 week or you're not available for a few weeks. You can still get involved in some way, shape or form.
Yeah, I think that in the past I've been part of like programs, and if you haven't been able to come, you feel like you're either letting the group down or you think that you're going to go back and somebody's going to tell you off because you haven't come. And you know, as an adult, it can be really difficult to be put in that position where you feel like, oh, I might get told off or oh, I've let somebody down. And some of that can really stop you from engaging further with any kind of program. And I know one of the things that we really try and do is be welcoming and inclusive all the time. So absolutely, if anyone's feeling like that you're going to come, but you can't come every week, or you want to come, but you feel like you're going to let people down because you don't know, you've got kids, or there's other reasons why you can't make it every week, please do not worry. Check out the socials and any of our drop-in sessions or sessions that run weekly. They're very open and we're flexible. You can come, and if at any time you can't come, don't worry, just make the next session.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. It's with our participants as well. They're all very welcoming, as well as all the staff as well. No one's going to be judging, and everyone's going to be really supportive of you when you do come along and encourage you to come back whenever you can.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Well, that's nice. That's always a nice call. Made me feel quite emotional. But we'll move on because nobody wants Rukhsana crying on the radio. especially those watching on Facebook. That's not a nice sight to see. So we'll move back to going back to the prison project. So you told us a little bit briefly of what you do and what you're doing with them there at the moment. So do you want to talk to us a little bit about having been there and be delivering that project? Maybe like a story or something that you can tell us that's really sort of touched your heart maybe, or just something that's happened that you thought, oh, wow, that's really nice.
Yes, I think some of the biggest stories that we've got and the biggest impacts we've had are around those who struggle with, say, confidence, talking in groups, delivering sessions, because ideally what they're going to get practice and experience doing throughout the 6-week program. So to start off, we give them examples, we deliver, we show them best practice examples, and then we give them the tools and the ideas to be able to put on a session together for them to then deliver that to their peers. We've had a couple of participants who have said, they've struggled with talking in front of big groups, especially around confidence, anxiety, that sort of things. And by the end of the program, they were able to deliver a football session to their peers, which was just really, really nice to see that, the journey that they've gone on throughout that 6 weeks.
Oh, wow. That's actually amazing, because shall I tell the listeners how long it's took me to be able to deliver a session and be assessed on it?
Go for it.
So I've been with Leicester City in the community for 18 months now. And I was due to do my multi-sports level 2 in December. And unfortunately, I couldn't complete it. And I actually completed it last week. But having been with the club for 18 months, it felt like it took forever to get there. And I have to say, I was really nervous. So I can imagine if you've only had 6 weeks, but then you're able to do that at the end, that is really boosting their confidence and really working on their self-esteem. So I think that program of 6 weeks, it must be really, really good for them. And it's really helping them to build that. And I think that it can be really difficult and you can be stigmatized when you're in a prison. And regardless of what people have done, I think people make judgments. And I think that what I love about the prison projects that we offer is there's no judgment. We're being empathetic. We're trying to support people, and we want them to have some chance of a better life when they get back out and they move on. So I think it's really good to hear. But yeah, I just want to say a huge shout out to all of those that do that after 6 weeks, because it's definitely took me longer than that to do it. So well done to everybody who's done that after 6 weeks, and they just keep going, because it's not easy. It doesn't make it any easier because they're not in the outside world. In fact, I think it probably makes it harder. So the commitment and everything that they show must be immense. What do you think?
Yeah, no, definitely. Like I say, they engage within the project so much, and I think the point you made around is not judging and giving them that chance, they really do appreciate that, and that comes across in the level of engagement from them, in terms of they really appreciate someone's coming in, not judging them, and giving them that chance to improve, give them skills, qualities, attributes for them to take on when they do get released from prison.
That's brilliant. I think it's amazing, and I hope that I get an opportunity at some point in the future to maybe come and watch some of what's going on, and maybe they could teach me a few skills as well. I think if they're being taught right with Mez and the others that go into prisons, I think there'll be some things they could probably teach us as well. So I'll happily at some point be coming in and checking out what you guys are doing.
Definitely, anytime.
I'm not going to lie, I'm sort of getting FOMO. I feel like there's something going on in prisons that I don't know about, and I want to go and be part of it. So yeah, you might be hearing the next time we're on a show that I've been and visited, and I found out a bit more about the program, and hopefully I can talk about the program myself. So thank you for that. I'm just going to give you the numbers again, guys, because we haven't got any texts. We've had one phone call, so we could take a call, or you could WhatsApp, or you can text in. So the numbers for the studio to ring in, it's 0116 4822 086. Or if you don't feel brave enough today to call and you want to send us a WhatsApp or a text, then it's 077 488 55055. So please do contact us. And remember, we're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter, and Spotify. So Ramadan FM 87.7. You can connect with us online as well, and you can listen in here in the studio. So yeah, any questions, you can text us in. Got any comments, like Shaz, she wanted to share her personal sort of journey with Leicester City. So yeah, absolutely do contact us. Coming back to the competition as well, because we've only got just over 12 minutes left. Please do enter if you would like to. So get yourselves on the Facebook page for Leicester City in the community. Tag the post with Ramadan FM. Also comment to win to get entered into the prize draw. And then if you would like to, then please share with friends and family so that they can enter as well. So I know you all want a chance to win yourselves, but let's share. Yeah, it's the month of Ramadan. Let's share with everybody else in the community as well. So I think we have a message that says we are all proud of you and the community. So absolutely, it's lovely to be a part of a community. It's nice to have that connection with community, and it's actually really nice to be working for an organisation who really looks at what they can do to make a difference in a positive way in communities, and I think we do that really well. And I know for me, working here, it's really helped me to do all the things that I really love doing, which is being in community and just supporting people and trying to do the best I can as well. So it helps me when I help other people as well. So coming back to you, Mez, we've talked a bit about the prison projects. We've talked about the Mind Coffee Morning. I just want to give a shout out to one person in particular. Not that everybody else doesn't work hard, but I have to give personal shout out to Dawn. And the reason for that is she is always smiling. She's always welcoming. And she even checks in on me on my days off. So she's always checking that I'm okay. But do you want to say a few words about why Dawn is the right person to be at the Mind Coffee Morning and how she does that so well?
Yeah, exactly what you've just said. You know, she's always smiling, always positive. And the fact that you mentioned she checks in on you on your days off, she goes over and beyond for each participant. There's a number of different participants who come to our programs who have benefited so much from Dawn's support. And Dawn tells me about the things that she does outside of working hours to support those participants. So she really does go over and beyond for them.
Yeah, that's what I really love about it. And I think you're right, that over and beyond, just going the extra mile, doing the things that you don't have to do because they're not part of your job. You don't get paid to do them, but she doesn't mind. She absolutely loves doing it. And she really, really makes a difference to people's lives. And I think that what I love about Dawn is that, you know, she's just so selfless. I think that's the word I think of when I think of Dawn. So a huge shout out to Dawn Tobin at Leicester City in the community. And if anybody else is listening out there and has felt the positive impact of Dawn being part of Leicester City, then you can text us or you can call in and share that memory with us. We'd like to hear from you. If you want to call into the studio, it's 0116 4822 086. And if you want to text or WhatsApp, then 0774 8855 055. And I just think it's important as well. I mean, Dawn isn't the only person who does amazingly. It's just one of the examples that I've picked today just because I think that, you know, we were talking about the Mind Coffee Morning and I know that she just has such a positive impact on the people that attend that. But there's going to be other people as well that really go above and beyond. They always do their best and work really hard. And I think that if that's the kind of job that you do or want to do, then Leicester City in the community is the place to be, because I think everything that we think about, everything that we do, it all comes down to how can we do the best for other people. And it is that holistic approach that we talked about with Dawn, isn't it? She does everything. So if you're not happy, she'll try and make you happy. If she can't do that, she'll try something else. She'll find out why, what's upsetting you or what's not right for you at that time. And we're not fixers. We can't fix everything, but what we can do is be there for people. And I think that Dawn does that so well. So we could all learn something more from Dawn, I think.
Definitely.
Well, Dawn, if you're listening, I hope you are, then a huge shout out to you. Thank you so much for everything that you do. And if she's not listening, I'll just make sure she watches this tonight instead of EastEnders or anything else she wants to watch, because this is far more important. And we really want her to know that we really appreciate having her in our workplace. So coming back to Leicester City in the community, we haven't really touched on Ramadan, but I'm just going to touch a little bit on Ramadan because we're talking about health and well-being today. And then we'll sort of come back to maybe I'll give you a bit of a heads up that I might be asking you a little bit about your personal journey to sort of where you've got to and how you've got here. But before we do that, I think that when we're talking health and well-being, I think for us, Ramadan's a really reflective period, and we use this time to really think about some of our bad habits that we probably shouldn't be doing, and we all have them. So I don't think there's anybody that could say, I don't have any bad habits. I think we all have them. So it's a really good time for us to reflect on those and just to review what we're doing and think about how we can do things differently. And I think when I think health and well-being and I think about Ramadan, it's really difficult because our timings change for eating. So we don't have a control over the timings. But we do have control about what we eat. So I think we just need to be careful because you can easily get dehydrated. You're not always able to eat much because you haven't eaten all day. And then over the weeks, your body starts to get used to you not eating much. So you don't get really hungry. So I think we just need to make sure that we're always thinking about whatever we are eating is good for us. So I always say, more fruit, just drinking more water. I know you get really thirsty, but if you had, a bottle of fizzy pop or something there and you're thirsty, you're going to drink it just because it's there. So thinking about like drinking more water and all of those things. So I know that I really struggle personally with headaches because I get dehydrated in Ramadan. So, we should think about that. And I know that some people who go out and do the final prayer, which was finishing quite late now, after 10 o'clock, nearly 11 o'clock. Coming back from there, you can sometimes start feeling hungry because you've eaten about 7:30. So just think about what kind of things are we eating at that time, because then we're going to bed. So yeah, a little thing around sort of being healthy, but also in Ramadan. And now Eid's coming up. So I know that our Eid tables will be full of amazing food, but let's think about, we've had a month of reflection, a month of eating well, doing well. Let's see if we can continue that, and absolutely enjoy your food on Eid, but do think about how you're cooking your food and maybe how you could do things differently just to make them a little bit more healthier. And we talked about air fryers before as well on the show, and I think that people were saying that they are good because you're not using as much oil. So just a simple switch like that can actually make a huge difference. Anything else that you wanted to add, Mez?
No, definitely. I think, like you said at the start of the show, it is about the small changes that you make. The small changes you make can have such a big impact because you can implement them over a longer period of time. You want to have those sustainable lifestyle changes as opposed to the drastic, sudden changes that you may only hold for a week or so. So you're looking at those small changes that you can sort of keep going for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
And I think around the Eid celebrations as well, enjoy yourself. But what I say is everything in moderation. So if you can moderate and think about, as you said, the way you're cooking your foods, it will still have that little impact that you need.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to try my best. It's not easy, Mez. I'm not going to lie. When that food is on the table, it's not the easiest thing to be able to control, but we will try our best because that's what we can do, is just try our best all the time. So last few minutes now, last chance to enter the competition. So if you want to enter, you've literally got like 7 minutes to enter. So get yourselves on the Facebook page. It's Leicester City in the community. We've got today's show's post up there already. So look for the post for today's show. And once you find it, then please do tag Ramadan FM and also comment win. And if you would like to share it as well, that would be great. And make sure you're following both pages, Leicester City in the community and Ramadan FM, and you'll be entered into this box that I have right in front of me. Nice and shiny, gold and silver. But there's some names in there already. So if you want your name in there, then you need to call in. And we're going to be announcing the winner in about 6 minutes' time. Okay, so Mez, I wanted to ask you, it's a bit more of a personal question around your sort of journey towards health and well-being. So what took you on this journey and why was it important?
So for me, health, fitness, training, football, sports in general has always been sort of the forefront of everything I do. Right from when I was a kid at school, all the sort of subjects I chose at GCSE A-level were around sport, PE, biology, sciences, that sort of stuff. So it's always been my interest. I've always played a vast number of sports as well and gone to the gym. So it's always been one of the interests I've had, and if I weren't doing it for work, I'd be there anyway doing it. So it's always been something I've done. In terms of my journey, so I studied PE and biology at GCSE and at A-level as well, sort of which led me to doing a degree in sport and exercise science at Loughborough University. So that was sort of the educational background. It's always been a huge sort of passion and interest of mine.
Oh, brilliant. So you've had a journey right from early on, from sort of school days where you sort of had it in your mind that this is what you wanted to do, and you already sort of took that, the right steps, as it were, to come onto this journey. I know we're a few years away from sort of GCSEs and when you took them. What have you done since that sort of helped you on this journey as well and got you to where you are now?
So for me, it was just taking all the opportunities that I could, sort of networking and meeting as many people as I could within the industry, and volunteering my time and getting as much hands-on practical experience as possible. And that was through a number of different organisations, a number of different sports clubs as well, in various roles and disciplines within sports science, so whether it be strength and conditioning, nutrition, physio, athlete support, that sort of stuff. When I was at uni as well, I went on a work placement at the University of Bath. So I was doing sports science interventions with their first teams and their professional athletes who were based there as well. So that gave me a really, really good experience and insight into the industry. Not just that as well, it provided me with a whole host of different contacts who were able to provide opportunities for me further down the line as well.
Brilliant. And just thinking about if somebody is listening in and they're sort of thinking, well, I'd like to get into something like that, or I'd like to work for, an organisation that looks at health and well-being, what advice would you give to somebody who's listening today around sort of their journey and what they need to make sure that they're doing or not doing in order to get to where they need to be?
So depending on their age and their previous experience already, obviously education's big, so there's courses if you're at school still, GCSE, PE, A-levels, biology, that sort of stuff is going to be really, really important to give you the underpinning knowledge and the theory to support you. But then further down the line as well, it's about just getting as much experience as you can, volunteering your services, put yourself out there, speak to as many people as you can within the industry, and just go along and see what they're doing if you can.
Yeah, I think there's so many like opportunities now as well that you can go to, and there's so many like open days where you can go and find out information and things like that. So absolutely, like go and find out, and then anything you want to do is just go and do it. I know that you support with the referee course as well. Do you want to tell us a little bit of what that is and how long that takes?
Yeah, so we deliver within Leicester and Rutland and wider. We deliver the referees course. So the referees course is the basic course to get anyone 14 and above being able to referee at grassroots level. So the course itself is a hour and a half pre-course learning that can be done in your own time, and then it's a day and a half practical and theory-based delivery at various venues within the county. Okay,
brilliant. So locally you can get trained up and you can do it. Do you think that we need more referees in general as well, or do you think what do you think the stance is at the moment in terms of referees?
Yeah, definitely. There's always quite a few games within Leicester that are not covered by a referee, by a qualified referee. So it's always important that we keep the sort of next generation coming through.
Yeah, so you young ones out there, if you want to be a referee, or if you want to get into sport, or you want to do anything else that's related to community, then get in touch with us on the socials. And if we can support your journey in any way, we will try our best. And we'll make sure that we can hopefully give some advice and then support you as well if we can. So I'm going to come back to you in a minute, Maz. I've got your final question you'll be lucky to hear. But before that, I'm going to just check that nobody else has entered the competition so they don't get to miss out on the draw, so we can pop their name in. So I'm going to check that in a minute. But again, if you want to ring in, do call us on the studio line 0116 4822 086. And if you want to text us or WhatsApp us in, because we only had one WhatsApp that I read out, so we could get a few texts in before we finish. We've got about 10 minutes of the show left. So 077 488 55055. Tell us about your journey to health and well-being. Have you got any advice, something you've used personally yourself that you could say, maybe, this is what I've done, it might help somebody else who's listening, or actually this is something I really want to do, but I'm not really sure how to start. Why don't you text us or WhatsApp us in, and hopefully together we can have a look at that. And remember the competition, so literally we've only got like 2 minutes left, so I'm going to announce it again. Final time to get onto the Facebook page for Leicester City, the community. Make sure you tag Ramadan FM, and then also comment the word win in the comments, and I will pop your name in this box sitting right in front of me, and I'm going to get Mez to draw in the next couple of minutes. So you've only got 2 minutes left to get your name in onto there. So I'm going to come back to you, Mez. This is sort of the final question. But what has been your most memorable moment at Leicester City in the community?
So I don't actually have one particular
Okay.
moment. Most of the projects that I've worked on, I have thoroughly enjoyed. Just picking out a few, we've done quite a few sessions, events where we've had player appearances, or we've done them at the stadium, or we've done them at Seagrave. Those ones for me are the highlights. Being a massive Leicester City fan myself, being able to do some sessions where you've got first team players in attendance, or doing a session on the pitch, or at the world class sort of training facilities at Seagrave as well. They've definitely been my highlight.
Wow, they sound really exciting. See, this is what it's all about at Leicester City in the community. All these things you can get involved in. We've had a text. So again, person that texted in, I will have a voucher ready for you to collect. So just text in your name so we know who you are, and I'll keep a voucher here for Café Leblanc. So you'll get a voucher for a free hot drink. You've written the young sports. How do we get involved? Because I've just tuned in. So you must have caught just the last end of our conversation around getting involved. But in terms of is that for young people? I'm assuming that's for young people. How do they get involved in sports? So Leicester City, the community, runs the KICS program in communities, which is 8 to 18. You can get involved by checking out our socials. And if you go onto the Leicester City in the community page, website as well, you can also find out more about that program. And then we also do programs in schools as well. So there are Inspires and Primary Stars as well that do run in some of the schools locally. So if you want to find out more, just contact us on our socials, Instagram, LinkedIn or Facebook, and somebody will get back to you. Or you can call in and leave your number here, and I will give you a call later on and go through some of the programs that we do for younger people. If that wasn't your question, or if it was slightly different to what I've answered, then please do just text back and I'll make sure we answer it properly. Anything to add to that in terms of what we do for young people?
So we've got our skills centres and our football camps as well. So our skills centres run during turn time in the evenings, again at various venues, all on our social media pages and on our website as well. And our football camps as well that happen in the holidays. Again, all information is on our socials and our website.
Perfect, thank you. Well, we have a call from Fahima, I believe. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah.
How's everything? Is that Rahima?
Yes, Rahima.
It's Rahima. I said Fahima only because that's what it says on my screen, but I recognize your voice and it's Rahima. So welcome, Rahima. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, yeah. The time's gone really fast, so it's really good that we talk about health and well-being, so we don't forget after Ramadan.
That's right, yeah. So yeah, time has gone fast, and we can't wait for Active Women to start again, can we? So we needed it to go quick, didn't we? So hopefully this Friday, Active Women will restart. But absolutely, Ramadan reminders. We shouldn't forget after Ramadan. We should still keep the good habits, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got your name in the box already because I know that you rang in before as well, and you've entered the prize draw. So just keep listening, Rahima, because we will be announcing the winner shortly.
Okay.
All right. And I hope to see you at the Rounders tournament on Friday.
Inshallah.
Yeah? All right. Thank you for calling.
Yeah.
Was there anything else you wanted to say?
No, nothing really. I was seeing how it's really good to me, how you're talking about that healthy lifestyle and getting involved in the community. It's good to get out there, you know.
Yeah. Rahima, do you want to say why you got involved with Active Women and what you enjoy about it?
I've been getting involved in a variety of sports. I've been awarded as an inspirational women, and I think that's really fantastic because you get to inspire other women to come and do good sports as well. That's good for us.
Absolutely. Congratulations on winning the Inspirational Woman Award, Rahima. That's really, really good to hear. So well done. And keep doing what you're doing. Keep getting involved.
Yeah.
And don't forget, I'll leave a voucher here for you at the studio. Do come and pick your voucher up for a free hot drink at Café Leblanc. So they have kindly donated these vouchers to us for Ramadan. So I will leave one here at the studio for you to collect.
Okay.
Okay, keep listening because we're going to do the prize draw shortly.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Rahima.
So
that was Rahima, one of our Active Women participants. So again, people getting involved in the programs and just the impact of those programs. And then Rahima also in January won an Active Women Award, which was for Inspirational Woman, because she goes out and she'll advocate for Leicester City in the community everywhere she goes. And she's always getting women to come to active women, which is really great because that's what we want. We want more participation. We want more people to come. So get on our socials, get on the website, find out more about programs. And if there isn't anything you can see for you there, then do email us, contact us, and we will let you know about programs that will be happening. So finally, the time has come, Mez. What time do you think it is?
Maybe drawing out the prize winner.
Well, what do you think? Shall we do it?
I think so.
I think it's time. The time has come. So the names are already in the box. I have the box. I'll give it a little shake so that even the listeners you can see me. I'm shaking it. Yeah. And I'm not going to draw it because I can't take that big responsibility. So I'm going to get Mez to do it. So Mez, just pop your hand in there, give it a little bit of a shake again. And then, yeah, if you just pull one name out, if you can't get your hand in there, you can pop the lid off. So it looks like we have a name. Do you want me to read it? Okay. So we have a name. I wonder who it's going to be. So we've got a question. Before I announce this, I'm just going to long it out a little bit because it's so exciting, isn't it? When people are listening in, aren't they? They're like, did I win? Did I not? I've got the name in my hand. But before I read that, I've got a question. Is there an active women page? There isn't an active women page. There should be an active women page. However, there is a Leicester City in the community page on Instagram. And if you get on there and message us through the Instagram page, we can get all the information for active women out to you. And we can also tell you about the Rounders tournament that's happening on Friday. If you would like, you can leave your number at the studio and I will get in touch with you myself and let you know about what's happening on Friday and moving forward what happens with active women. Okay, but Leicester City in the community, Facebook page or Instagram, you can message us directly and we'll get back to you about information. So the time's come. The time's come for me to read the name out. So the lucky winner of the Fan Store Leicester City Football Club vouchers is Ismail Bulla. So Ismail, if you're listening, then you are the winner. Please do contact us first. So if you ring in the studio, if you're able to get into the studio in the next 10 to 15 minutes, because you might live locally and you might not be at work, or you might not be studying, I don't know, if you're a student, if you're working, then do pop down and we can hand them over to you. If you can't get to us, then don't worry, I'll keep hold of them. Ring in the studio, let them know your number and I will get in touch with you and we'll arrange a time and we'll make sure we get those vouchers to you, hopefully before Eid. But well done to Ismail and well done to everybody else that also entered. You will all win a voucher, so I will contact all of you and give you a voucher for Café La Blanche. So it'll either be for a free breakfast, a free croffle, or a free hot drink. Mess, do you know what a croffle is?
No idea.
You don't? You know, I learnt this only because I spend so much time in dessert places. So it's actually a croissant and a waffle.
Oh, wow.
So it's a croffle. I don't eat them, so I've never had one before, but apparently they're really nice. My kids do eat them. But yeah, that's the latest thing is a croffle. So now you can tell people what a croffle is.
You learn something new every day.
That's it. And unfortunately, it isn't the healthiest thing. So I'm not going to advocate that everybody should go and out and eat one. However, there will be one definite person that is winning a voucher for a free croffle today. So I'll make sure you get that. So anybody who entered the competition, you will get a voucher. And I'll organise to make sure that we get that to you. So we have another message. So it says, you are all great. Amazing work, and I know Rukhsana for a long time now, especially in her community work. Leicester City in the community work is very aspiring. Thank you all for your hard work and support. Shaz always talks about all the hard work you all do, and that's from Faraz. So thank you very much, Faraz, for messaging us in. Thank you for being so kind, really kind words, and, absolutely to the whole team. They are amazing. They do amazing work, and we really need to celebrate that. So I will pass that back to the team. Thank you so much for interacting with us. For us, I will also keep a voucher here for you. Make sure Shaz doesn't get hold of it before you do, but I should leave it here at the studio for you. Please do collect it. But I want to say thank you very much to Mez as we're coming to the end of the show for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
Any final words?
No, just stay healthy, be happy, stay healthy.
Brilliant. So thank you so much, and continue all your work that you're doing at Leicester City. And hopefully we'll meet more people in communities and we'll support where we can. We've announced the winner already. So if you weren't listening before, then the winner was Ismail Bulla. So well done to Ismail, and we'll arrange for him to get his vouchers for the Fan Store. And anybody else that did enter will also get a voucher But just to finish off now, we just want to say that this is the last show for us in Ramadan. However, Ramadan FM will continue to broadcast 24/7 throughout the year on DAB channel 9B. So please make sure you stay tuned in and connect with us online as well. Hopefully, I'll be back as well after Ramadan. I'd love to continue this journey with Radio Ramadan and continue to tell you more about Leicester City and the community. So we hope that we will be back. But for now, I'd like to say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.